Hi everybody and welcome to my basement and welcome to Emmer's Pesty Testy. It's me, Emer Stamp, the author and illustrator of the Pest series. Now, whilst I was writing the books, I discovered some incredible facts about the pesty creatures in them. So I thought, why don't we make a little pesty quiz up and see how much you know. So, the rules. I'm going to read you a question and then suggest 3 or 4 answers. You're going to have a really good think about it. Then, with a show of hands, you're going to commit to an answer. Now, if you're at home playing on your own, obviously you know which your answer is. And if you're in school, your teacher can count up your vote. You might want to pause the video whilst you're doing this, but otherwise it should be really straightforward. Okay, here we go. First question, a pigeony question. Okay. Now, what is the fastest speed that a pigeon has ever been recorded flying at? Is it A, 37 miles per hour, which if he was in or she was in a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit would mean they were definitely speeding? Or was it incredibly 93 miles an hour, which is in the UK well outside the national speed limit and they would lose their flying licence immediately? Or is it C, 75 miles an hour? Again, still above the national speed limit, but incredibly fast. I mean, can you imagine a pigeon going that fast, flying through the air? Anyway, now, it's time to have a think about it. Okay, we've got 3 quite plausible, well, I would say 1 plausible answer and 2 absolutely ridiculous answers. So, let's have a think. Think about it, 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 think about it. Oh yeah. Okay, now you've had time to think, so now it's time to vote. All right, are you ready? Okay, hands up. Who thinks it is A, that the fastest recorded speed a pigeon has ever been recorded flying at is 37 miles per hour, which, by the way, is way faster than if you were pedalling your bike and going downhill as fast as you could. So who thinks, hands up, it's A? Okay then, right, so now who, crazily, thinks that it is B, that the fastest ever recorded speed for a pigeon is 93 miles an hour? I mean, just rocket fast. And who, hands up, thinks that it is C, a quite unreasonable 75 miles an hour? I mean, this pigeon must have had a rocket pack attached to its back. Okay, now you've committed to your answer, so let's have a drum roll. And I can reveal that the answer is yes, yes. A pigeon has been recorded at flying at 93 miles per hour. Unbelievable. Okay, in Pest Battle to the End, there's a hamster called Shirley. So here is a question about hamsters. Right, now, hamsters use their pouches to store food in. But what else do they use them for? Okay, is it that they use them for A? Okay, do they blow them up? Okay, and use them like flotation devices when they go swimming? Or is it B, that the male hamsters blow them up really big to impress the female hamsters? Well, hello, look at my big cheeks. Or is it that C, in times of cold, they put their babies inside them to keep them warm? I do like a hamster question. Have you got a hamster? I had a hamster. My hamster was called Bumble Bumpstart. There's a fact for you. Right, it's time to do some thinking. Think about it, 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 think about it. Oh yeah. Okay, now it's time to do some answering. So, with a show of hands, I want you to tell me, do you think that apart from storing food in their pouches, that hamsters A, fill them up with air and use them as flotation devices while swimming? Maybe on their front, maybe on their back, I don't know. Or is it B, that the male hamster blows them up really big to impress the female hamster? Okay, or is it C, that in times of cold they take the young and they put them in their pouches to keep them warm? Okay, right, now hopefully your teacher or you have counted up your vote. So it is time for me to reveal with a quick drum roll, you can join in if you want, that the answer is in fact yes, it's A. Okay, hamsters inflate their pouches with air and use them as flotation devices. I wonder which stroke they prefer. Breaststroke, backstroke, crawl, butterfly. Perhaps they do the medley. Well, who knows? On to the next question. I think we can all agree that cheetahs are probably the fastest mammal on Earth. But which is the fastest insect? Okay, and I don't mean as flying, I mean running. Okay, which is the fastest insect at running? Is it A, the Australian tiger beetle? He's a fast one, he is. Or is it B, the American cockroach? Oh yeah, he's scuttling along ever so quickly. Is it C, the Chinese stick insect? He can be very, very thin. He might be very, 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 very fast. Okay, so speedily, I want you to have a quick think. Now, with a not too fast show of hands, we're going to decide which is the fastest insect at running in the world. So, hands up. Who thinks that that insect would be the Australian tiger beetle? He's just tearing it up. He's like 100 miles an hour. Probably not 100 miles an hour. Okay, so now hands up. Who thinks it's B, the American cockroach? He's scuttling along like a little rocket. You just can't stop it. Or, now, hands up. Who thinks it is C, that it is the Chinese stick insect? He's just so thin that the air just doesn't even hold him back. It's like there's no resistance at all. Okay, a bit hot. All that running. Right, okay, so let's give it a drum roll. I can reveal that the answer is A. Yes, it's the Australian tiger beetle. The Australian tiger beetle is the fastest insect in the world at running, and it can run a whopping 9 kilometres an hour, which is a little bit faster than you can walk. And some other interesting facts, if you're looking for some more facts today, is that the American cockroach, well, cockroaches actually run standing up, so they get on their back legs like we do and they run along like that, and the Chinese stick insect can grow up to 60 centimetres long. That's a very long insect. Okay, on to the next question. Okay, so the star of pests is Sticks, and he's a little mouse. Now, here's a little mouse question that I'm sure he wouldn't do this, by the way. I'm sure he doesn't do this nearly as much as... Anyway, let's ask the question. Right, how many times does a house mouse poop in a day? Okay, is it that a little house mouse, poops... A, does it poop between 10 to 20 times a day? I mean, just imagine if you went for a poo 10 to 20 times a day. You'd like be up and down, 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 and down, in and out the toilet. Okay, so that's pretty extreme. Or is it B, a house mouse poops between 40 and 50 times a day? I mean, at this point, you'd probably be sort of getting to the stage where you might be, I don't know, cracking the toilet bowl. I don't know, it would be so much. Or is it C, that a house mouse poops between 60 and 70 times a day? Just boop, 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 boop. You'd be going all the time. I mean, there wouldn't be a moment where you weren't going. If you were in class, you'd be constantly putting up your hand. It'd be literally like, you'd sit down, oh miss, I need another poo. Oh miss, I need another poo. Oh miss, I need another poo. I need another poo. Oh miss, I need another poo. I mean, ludicrous. Right, so let's have a, I don't know, a big, put on your best poo face and have a think about it.
Think about it, oh yeah, like really think about it, like oh yeah, like think about it, like think about it.
Right, I've done my thinking. So, put your hand up now, okay, and this is the final round, so really make this one count. Put your hand up if you think that a house mouse poops between 10 to 20 times a day. Hand up if you think that's the answer. Okay, now put your hand up if you think it is B, that a house mouse poops between 40 to 50 times a day. Just pop, 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 pop. So many times a day. Think of all the toilet roll it would use if it used toilet roll. And then C, put your hand up if you think a house mouse poops between 60 and 70 times a day. Just never stops, non-stop. Okay, right, so this is the final question of this particular pesty testy round. So let's have a massive drum roll, because I can reveal that the answer is that a house mouse poops. Yes, that's right, it's C.
Between 60 to 70 times a day.
Just so much poo. Well, thanks everyone for playing along. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found out some amazing facts. So, if you'd like more pesty testy and more questions, then leave a comment in the box below. And also, don't forget to leave me a nice thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. Thanks for playing along, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.